Ask them.
Oh, that's probably why it confused me. That makes sense.
Yeah, he never donates. He didn't donate to me. He keeps calling me for a donation, though. I'm just telling him to donate as much money as you gave me. And I'm supporting it. I endorsed it and everything.
No, it was all great.
Robin, we're going to start.
Sorry for getting that to you so late.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Tempe City Council work study session. And yeah, just work study, issue review, right? Just work study session for March 22nd, 2018. The first items on the agenda is a call to the audience for issue review and for the committee of the whole items. Members have up to 3 minutes to address the City Council on the items that are listed on this agenda. If you would like to speak on an agenda item, please fill out a speaker's card that you can find at the back of the council chambers and hand it to our Deputy City Clerk. Is there anyone in the audience, because I don't have any cards, willing to speak on any items listed on the work study as well as the issue review? Could you please get my attention? Seeing none, I'll close that portion. Go ahead and go to the issue review session items, which is the Rio Salado project statement. Mrs. Austin and
Mayor and Council. My name is Elizabeth Higgins. I'm Chief of Staff to the Mayor and Council, and I'm here to do a brief introduction for Austin and Melissa. Basically, Senator John McCain recently announced his vision for the Rio Salado. The project would reimagine the 45 miles of the Rio Salado through the valley, and it's hoping, Senator McCain is hoping that it would be a legacy project that would benefit all communities along the Rio Salado or the Salt River. Senator McCain's office has been working with ASU and other partner cities and tribal nations along the river, including the city of Buckeye, Goodyear, the Gila River Indian Community, the city of Avondale, city of Phoenix, city of Tempe, Salt River Pima, Maricopa Indian Community, city of Mesa, Maricopa County, and the state of Arizona. Those are the main stakeholders, but we also have the Army Corps of Engineers and others, several nonprofits also engaged. So tonight we have Austin Kennedy, who is the legislative liaison with Senator McCain's office, and Melissa McCann, who is the director of the University City Exchange office at the Arizona State University, to tell us a little bit more about the vision for the project. There is a statement of intent that is attached to the agenda that we will be talking about in a little bit. It's a non-binding statement, and the direction would be for Mayor Mitchell to sign that tonight if there was direction given.
thank you. Austin.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Mayor and Council, for letting me speak on behalf of the Senator. He started this up again, I would say, last year. And when he wanted to look at opening up the Rio Salado vision again, the first place he looked was Tempe, with Tempe Town Lake and ASU for their role in determining the vision and history as for students back in the 60s. So the first thing he did was meet with Dr. Crow and determine if there was interest from the university to work on something like this. And there was. And as with everything with Dr. Crow, it's all in. So they provided a lot of help, resources, time to convene everyone. And that's made clear there that that's what they want their role to be, is help reconvene everyone and look at how their students can look at this project, not just in one section, but the whole section of the valley. Senator McCain has long asked that we work together and look at the entire Rio Salado, Salt River, and the Gila River, the West Valley, and how we might all work together on a regional basis to reimagine how we could create a valley-wide amenity. One of the things he is constantly praising is the former mayor and former Congressman Harry Mitchell for his innovative work and long work on getting the Tempe Town Lake started, and as well as Congressman Ed Pastor for his work in doing habitat restoration in Phoenix. He realizes this is not something that he's just picking up anew, but something that's been worked on for a long time. and he wanted to ensure he built on the legacy of others for something that our valley could see as a legacy for him, for these former members, and something for all of Arizona. So what we've been doing in conjunction with ASU and on behalf of our office, working with federal partners, is to convene local stakeholders, including, as Elizabeth mentioned, all the ones she listed, but also on our end, as through Senator McCain's office, we've engaged our federal partners. One of the things that we've came across working with ASU was an innovative partnership at the federal level called the Urban Waters Federal Partnership. That's a partnership among 15 federal agencies, including EPA, the Army Corps, Housing Urban Development, and many others, including FEMA, that are all working on river restoration projects across the country. When we first started talking with them about this, they obviously wanted to jump right in, but the more they worked on it, the more they realized this one is special, and the vision for it is much more innovative than a lot of the other projects they're working on. And including 6 municipalities and 2 tribal entities, this would be a very complex situation to work on. But they have seen this as an example and a #1 priority for their organization. It's a loose tie of federal agencies, but they're very excited to work on this. And one of the things we hope to bring is new context through the federal government and resources that may not be open to cities individually, but as a region. And that's one of the key things we think can come of this, is working together to open up Arizona and our valley to new resources we didn't have before. I'll let Melissa speak more to ASU's role, but the senator does consider this his #1 priority in Arizona, and he considers a legacy for him and all of the state. He's determined to make sure that this project lives on past his time and probably any other current elected members. But he understands it's a long project. He's committed to bringing everyone together to make sure this stays. And that's really the idea of the statement of intent, is to bring everyone together and commit on paper that we're going to look at this for a long time.
Thank you. Mayor and Council, it's a pleasure to be here today and represent the Rio Salado project on behalf of the Office of Senator McCain and ASU. As Austin mentioned, our role in the project to date has been one of facilitator and convener. The Senator's office came to Dr. Crow and asked if we could use our resources to aggregate the communities and come together around spirit of a project to try to pick up or recatalyze the vision that was originally established for the project. And so with that, we've been working with each of the communities. We've brought them together around a working group that meets monthly now to talk through issues that are critical to framing a way forward for the project. So there have been discussions to date around what community projects exist today and how those community projects might be involved in a more comprehensive framework for the river, thereby collectively creating a community or a communal collective sort of civic vision for our sort of urban core, our urban riverfront. And so it's obviously early days, and we're looking at this statement of intent along with a launch for the project at the end of the month to sort of memorialize then the efforts to work on the project collectively amongst these communities going forward. And again, this is a framework and